Hey viewers, this is Scott, and I'm showing you some new US Army loadout, and it has the M16A4 with an ACOG sight, a laser light, standard barrel. Well, this is a new military Monday, by the way. Standard barrel and a underslung barrel, or a UGL barrel. Okay, then I also have an M9 barrel, nothing on it. As you can see right there, M320 HE, which by the way they actually do use, medic bag, M7 grenade, bayonet, and the defensive perk, and it's America's army, so naturally, default, camouflage, yes, of course, America. But as you can see, well, I actually read this book, and it's called Ghost Soldier, and it's a story about this guy named Ryan, who after 9/11 had an inspiration to join the army, and he went to Afghanistan.
I know.
And he fought there. He used an M16A4. That's what inspired me to use this loadout. But it was a great book. I recommend you go read it right now. And some websites it's actually you can get it for free, but it was online. But you've probably heard of the U.S. Army. Most people have. If you haven't, oh, quit that grenade. That was a bad idea. But it's a very good loadout, and if you're not feeling campy with this loadout, there's something wrong, because you can only feel campy with this loadout. You can only be campy with this loadout. If you're not being campy, then you're not doing it right. But U.S. Army was established after the Revolutionary War because of, well, they wanted to defend themselves, and, well, ever since then it's just grown. It's become stronger and much better over time, and, well, they fought, since the Revolutionary War, they fought the War of 1812, let's see, they fought in the Civil War between the Union and the Confederates. And if you don't know that, that's the American Civil War if you're not from here. And they also fought in World War I in 1918, the last year. Wonder why it ended the year they joined. But they also fought in World War II after 1941 attack on Pearl Harbor from the Empire of Japan, and they look at his name, Yosemite Sam. But they fought in the Korean War, Vietnam War, and they were very uptight during the Cold War, which never, there was barely any fighting, none with the Army, a little bit with the Air Force, and really nothing else. But that's when they advanced so much. There was so much tension that they wanted to there was so much tension that they went from no army to we definitely need one, and they rebuilt the army back from almost nothing, from just criminals and delinquents to a very good thing that helped everyone out. And recently they fought the Iraq War, and now they are fighting Afghanistan and Iraq, and they are sorry, I'm saying well a lot, but they are doing an extremely good job over there, and if anybody from the U.S. Army is watching this, keep on doing what you're doing. But this video is supposed to be kind of informational, and how do I say this? Well, I try to look informational and not like just talk about Battlefield 4 and video games. I like to inform you about the military. Viewers, my sister may be giving me a funny look, but I'm gonna talk about this loadout now for a little bit, because some people want to know more about Battlefield 4, and this gun is extremely good for close range because get the knife kit right there, but it is extremely good for close range. That guy earlier, he jumped up and he tried to shoot me, and I just got my sight out and shot him. It's really good for semi-close range, and It's pretty much a it's pretty much almost a sniper loadout, but it's probably one of my favorite loadouts I've ever done. It was so easy, but my favorite one is probably the Navy SEAL loadout, which I'm gonna redo. But I know why the US Army uses this loadout, and the Marines, they actually use the M16 more. But, you know, I talked about the Ghost Soldier, and that one, it just really want to use this gun. And I have every assault rifle in the game, except for the QBB 95-1. So, you guys, if you want anything that's related to assault rifles, just put it down in the comments, and I will do it. You don't really have to reload so much with this because it's burst, and burst really is helpful. But the shorty, it's not very good against shotguns. It's pretty good for about everything except for shotguns. It's probably one of the most versatile loadouts other than the M416, which obviously it's the second most versatile gun of the whole entire game. And honestly, I think the M16, it's definitely something that people should not underestimate, because in Battlefield 3, it was amazing, but in Battlefield 4, they downgraded it, but it was figured down. I think that was definitely needed, but this gun is still amazing. But anyways, I'm gonna get back to the U.S. Army, but, well, the US Army, they've used always some of the most high-tech gear. They don't use the most high-tech highest quality. They use the one they use the stuff that's reliable and is good, but like not too cheap but reliable. That guy got away. I don't know how he got away. But the gear has always been reliable. They've used the M1 Grand and M1 Carbon, which have been battle proven in World War II. And they've also used M4, which was battle proven. They usually actually are the ones that test it, and then once they test it, they start using it, and they love it. If the U.S. Army is the testing grounds for the U.S. military, pretty much. Well, after they've tested it, they battle prove it, because there was just so many people in the Army. Next is the Marines, and as you know, Battlefield 4 is Marines. I hate this part, but the U.S. we actually have a lot less Marines, but ever since the Iraq War, we've been getting a lot more Marines, so it's kind of equalizing out. I think, well, Warfighter, one of DICE's other games, it's similar to Battlefield. It's a Navy SEAL game. We did not have nearly that many Navy SEAls, but we do have we have a couple thousand. We get about. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, babe. But, where was I? So Maeve is my sister, Maeve. She's my sister. But, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, the US Army, they not kill, but they pretty much destroy everything in the way. They were probably the best army in the world. The Italian army, I did that loadout. They use the AR-160. They're probably the strongest people. Well, they're probably the strongest group, organized group that uses it. But the U.S. Army is by far stronger than almost every army in the world, and they have some of the best training, some of the best motivation. Actually, in Japan, the Marines and the Army, well, when they fought against Japan, in the Empire of Japan, World War II, the Japanese, they actually said that we were like the worst criminals who did terrible things, murdered people in the worst ways, and they wanted to kill everybody in the world. They said that we released them, and we put them on the Japanese island of Okinawa, and that's why they lost. But it turns out that was actually just our army and our Marine Corps. Now, if that's not tough, I don't know what is. Now, how did I lose that fight? Yes, thank you. I did the editing, but Uh, I do all the editing. Nobody else does the editing, but I don't really, hire anybody. I don't have enough money. That was probably good. But I'm running out of things to say. The U.S. Army was actually based on the militia that the U.S. actually was formed from guerrilla warfare against the English in the late 1700s for the Revolutionary War, and they based on that militia, we made the U.S. Army, which, well, they were very good. Went from a militia who beat the strongest military in the world by using modern tactics, which we still use today, and they are the ones who who helped build this country, and they are the ones who defended it. I really want things to say, but based on that militia, we showed modern day tactics on how to fight, not gentleman fighting where we just walk around and then all of us just aim and fire. That does not work, and they were smart. They didn't use bad tactics. The British, they started using our tactics, but we still beat them. And I can't believe I yes it is. Thank you. But I was actually doing a good job fighting that sniper with an assault rifle from long range. And anyways, viewers, if you like this video, please click one. If you didn't, still click one. And goodbye. This is probably one of my favorite videos I've ever done. Other than the Navy SEAL Loadout, by the way, I'm gonna delete the first one and add a new one. Well, and put a new one. It's gonna be remastered.